Hi everyone, it's Daniel Chin, the founder of Chin Properties and Chin Property Advisors Brokerage. Now the question I get asked all the time is, how do you get started in real estate investing? And most of the times people would ask, they would send a deal to me and say, well, take a look at this, Mr. Chin. What do you think? Right? Do you think I should invest? Because it's what I'm very specialized in. When it comes to investing in properties, I'm very specialized, and this is all I do. I look at a lot of deals, and I always tell them the same thing all the time. The first thing you don't do is go and look at properties because, Mr. Joe, Nancy, or Smith tell you, oh, take a look at this, right? This is a good way of investing. You buy single family homes, you buy townhomes, you buy condos because the market is hot, etc., etc., right? So number one, you don't go and look at properties. The first thing you have to do is you have to decide on what investment strategy are you going to do. Is it going to be student rentals? Because then you have to look near the universities, right? If student rentals is the game you want to play. If it is single families, you look in the nice family friendly neighborhoods. If it is multifamily like apartments, then you have to look in the areas where there is strong rental demand and where the jobs are at. So the first thing you got to do is you have to decide on what's your strategy. Is it a long-term hold strategy? Is it you're buying just to fix and flip and sell to make a profit? Or is it student rentals or pre-construction or what the hell it is you plan on doing? So you got to decide on what is the strategy, and then number two, then you go do your market research on which housing market or geographical location is in which you can execute your strategy to get the best returns. And in this way, you're going to save yourself a lot of time, and you have to really know a lot about the particular housing market or the area that you decide to pursue that investment strategy. And it's not by just Googling and researching and you think you know everything. You have to know absolutely everything, from the population of the city to the jobs in the city, who's the biggest employer, to what's good, what's great, what is all the good factors that is going to be very positive for real estate. Because when you invest a lot of money, and it's not small money, when you're making a substantial investment in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, you got to make sure you do your due diligence, right? Actually go to the city or the place that you plan on investing in, walk the streets, you talk to the people, and you really get the information on the ground. Because as I said many times already, real estate is very local, and you have to really have that information before you invest in anything. And it's not, real estate, it is simple. However, it is not easy. And just thinking, oh, you want to get started, etc., etc., make sure you fully understand what it is you're investing in before you invest. And you have to know the area 100%. And you got to make sure that you're ready to execute, because the thinking part is easy, but the execution is what not a lot of people can really do or even financially do. So you got to make sure, like I always say, a knowledgeable investor is a very likely successful investor. And as Mr. Warren Buffett said, you have to have a sound intellectual framework for making decisions. You can't guess. You can't, just, because someone told you to buy a property that you just buy it without doing your homework, right? You have to have a framework, and you have to develop a framework or a plan, right, to know whether if that investment is good, if it's going to make money, if it makes sense or not, or what. So as I said many times, you want to get started in real estate investing, be as knowledgeable as much as possible about it before you get into it, because you don't want to lose money. It's not fun. And the name of the game is to make money, and investing is to be held over the long term. It ain't no quick, you make money quick and, in the short term. So if you want to know how to really get started, you have to get knowledgeable about everything before you invest. So hopefully this video helps for the for all the investors who are getting started. And I've recommended some books before to read, such as The Millionaire Real Estate Investor from Gary Keller, and there are some other books on wealth and success like Think and Grow Rich, because certainly wealth and success, it really is a state of mind. It really is a state of mind. It's all in the way how it is you're thinking. Like they say, success is 80% psychological. It's all a state of mind. And, hence I wrote the book, The Manifested Millionaire. It's more a book about mindset. No different than Think and Grow Rich that came out in 1937. That's 8 years after 1929, the Great Depression. And that book sold millions, and it made more millionaires than any other book. So certainly it can tell you that success and wealth, it really is a mindset. It's nothing more than in the way you're thinking. And hopefully, when you're starting off, these are some of the things that you can do to get started. And you have to learn to walk before you can run. You can't just get there very quickly. It took me over 10 years to get to where I am today, to building a portfolio of real estate, a very substantial portfolio, taking it one step at a time. So you gotta learn to walk before you run, and get knowledgeable about what you're investing in before you invest. So hopefully this video helps you all who have set big goals to start investing in real estate this year for 2021. And I wish you all the success and wealth for this year, and that it is a prosperous year for you. So thank you very much for listening.